up, guys? My name is Brent Ruiz and welcome back to another video and welcome to my new living quarters. I just moved in here about less than 2 weeks ago actually, and just getting everything situated took a long time. Got all the furniture set up, but I think we're nearly there. There's just small things like this TV that has to be mounted on the wall. There's just, things like this which I wanted to show you. This is one of the tasks we're gonna tackle today, is hanging up these photos. And then there's something in this box which I have yet to unbox, which I'm gonna do for you guys here in a bit. It's another thing that's gonna be mounted on the wall, and it's a really, really special one. And then we're gonna take a look at what's inside this box right here. That's all in regards to the 458 Challenge Evo build, which is, guys, yes, it's finally done. Other than the wing installation, which is happening literally 1 week from now, and then the wheels, which are gonna be here shortly after that. Big update on the wheels as well. Lots of different things are happening, but guys, the car itself is done. The wrap is on the car. The car is in my garage right now. It is in the garage and I'm trying to hide it from everybody. There's kind of like good news and bad news in regards to the wheels. One's really bad news and one's really good news. So either way, the wheels are coming very soon, so it won't delay the reveal of the build that much. But more than anything else, the thing that's really delaying like the whole reveal is just everything that's going on in the world with the sickness and whatnot. Before I say anything else, guys, I hope you are doing fine. I hope you guys are, the whole stay-at-home thing. I hope you guys are keeping your mental health in check. For me, this whole stay-at-home thing is just like another day in my life because I work from home and I'm home most of the time anyway. So I know there's lots of people out there struggling. I know there's, so many people getting laid off or being furloughed from their jobs. Pretty much everyone in the world is being affected by this in one way or another. A lot are a lot worse. Some people much worse than others, but no matter who you are in this whole situation and how you're doing in this whole situation, the only thing I can say is just to be safe, guys. Be as safe as you can. Try to stay at home as much as you can because it's really helping in a lot of areas. So yeah, fingers crossed that this whole thing calms down soon and we can get back to our regular lives, which includes car events and car stuff in general, which I have been missing so much, guys. You can't even imagine. I know you guys, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're a car person and you're missing a lot of that too. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna open this box for you guys right now, show you guys what's inside, and then we're gonna hang this thing up on the wall. All right, here we go. This was actually a birthday present. Guys, check it out. It's my 458 in its previous rendition, probably the one that you're most familiar with, that awesome blue wrap based on Azzurro Dino, the Ferrari color, one of my favorite car colors ever. This is right after I had it done. I had it lowered, I had the calipers painted yellow, and of course that awesome wrap. So big shout out, by the way, to JC Spa on Instagram, the photographer of this one. Give him a follow. He definitely deserves it because this is one of my favorite photos of this version of the car. Let's go ahead and open this thing up so we can see it properly. All right, here we go. Woo. Boom! That thing is so cool. This was a gift from my wife Sarah and her family, so I wanted to say thank you very much for this thing. And I do actually need this because my car, if you guys don't already know, is going to be changed completely. This version, as you see here on this photo, it does not exist in any way, shape, or form anymore. So the new car in my garage right now is completely unrecognizable compared to what you see here. So let's switch focus and I'm going to give you guys an update on the 458 Challenge Evo build. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's in this box. Guys, this is basically containing the last few pieces that I need to make this Challenge Evo build as authentic as possible. As I've said multiple times before in my other Challenge Evo build videos, authenticity is the #1 goal. So I've gone out of my way to get every little thing that I need to make that a reality. All of this stuff came straight from Italy, so those things I really needed to get new because there was no other place that I could find them. So I did get them straight from the factory. There's actually one other item here, the tow hook. This is the only non-Ferrari item that I have in this box because this is pretty much the only way that I was able to find a tow hook for the cars. I've already actually tested this. I've installed it. Well, I've tried to install it on the car. I'm gonna show you guys right now. There is an issue with this. I'm gonna take you guys into the garage and I'm going to be very careful as to what I show you guys because the car is in there, the wrap is on, as I said before, everything is done except the wing needs to be installed next week and I'm waiting for the wheels. That's it. Oh, and it does need to get lowered a little bit more. Another big update about that, but yeah, the car is very low and I haven't even lowered the car yet and I'm scraping with that new front splitter. I'm already scraping on driveway entries that aren't even steep, like dips that aren't even steep at all. So the hydraulic lift system must be installed or this car is not going to be drivable on public roads. I'm telling you that right now. This hydraulic lift system that I am planning to have installed while the wheels are going to be installed, it must happen. I'm telling you guys that right now. Before we go into the garage, I'm gonna tell you guys what this stuff is real quick. These two pieces are the mesh grills for the lower part of the rear challenge bumper. And as you can see here, this is straight from Italy. Let's see what Ferrari calls these pieces actually. Griglia posterior inferiore. That's my best Italian accent. I think I'm doing pretty well. So those are for the left and the right. And then we have these pieces here. These are the required gaskets I need brand new for the new intake manifold covers, the new carbon fiber ones that I have. And last but not least, we have this mesh grill for the rear exhaust exit. So as you can imagine, one tip's coming out here and the other one here. On a stock 458, it has 3 tips. One would be here in the middle. So the stock exhaust tip setup on a stock 458 is not authentic. This is. So let's go and put this on the car real quick. I'm gonna go test fit it and see how it's gonna look. Okay, this door leads to the garage. I have to be very careful to not show the car. Here's the AMG, here's the Jeep, and right over there is the Challenge Evo 458. Now, another reason that I absolutely love this car and a big reason that we got it in the first place is for the 5-car garage space that it has. Going over here, being very careful, we have a whole space right there for another car, right? Right here is a 458, and then we have the AMG here, another spot for the Jeep right there. And on this side, we have a whole other parking space. As you can see, we're kind of just using that for storage and junk, which you really don't have much of, but you'll see my old 458 bumper still wrapped in blue. I do need to remove that one of these days. I'll do it eventually, I guess. But I can't get too close because I actually forgot I put the rear wing for the new build, which is also wrapped. It's sitting like right on top of it. I cannot get any closer to that right now. So let's just go back over here and show you guys where this goes on the car. And I'll be very strategic as to what I show you guys here. Okay, so we are currently looking at the exhaust exit with the S-on exhaust tips right here. That would normally attach to the stock tips on the 458, which there are 3. So what I'm going to have the race team do once they're done installing the wing is to simply extend these tips out. So let's just try out this mesh, this new mesh piece here. So just holding this mesh piece in place there, that's kind of what it's gonna look like. Obviously it's gonna go on the inside of the bumper here, but each tip on either side will be extended past the exit here. So it's gonna look a lot more race car, which is definitely the goal of this entire build, right? Okay, I'm sitting at the front of the car now. Here's a tow hook, and I'm gonna show you guys the problem that I'm having inserting this tow hook where it belongs. As you can see right there, that's the hole where the tow hook is obviously supposed to screw into, which I'm going to attempt now. And it's very close, but as you can see, it doesn't go in straight because it's being blocked by right there on the front bumper. So the only real solution here is to make a little bit of a rounded cut right here on this front bumper so that the tow hook will go straight into and not have any problem screwing into that hole. That's what she said. So definitely not ideal that we have to cut the bumper to put this thing into it, but we definitely need a tow hook or else it's not a race car. Ooh, I found a coyote. He's right there. I have to be very quiet so I don't scare him away. We get coyotes here like literally every night. They just walk along that path right there. Let's see if I can find him for you guys. I just saw him through the window. There he is. There he is. Do you guys see him? Oh, there's two right there. Check him out. It's right there. And guys, if you don't remember the version I had before I did all this, here I have on this wall the first version of this car, the stock version pretty much of this car in Argento Nürburgring. That's the silver color you see here with stock pretty much everything else. I don't even think I had the S-Line exhaust system installed here when this photo was taken. So the new one that I just got, the blue car, is going to go right there on that wall. So it can kind of look at the F430 frames, actually there's two that are going to go on this wall. I'm going to be installing those there. So once all this stuff is up, it's going to look pretty awesome. Installing these on the wall are pretty much the last few decorations that I have planned for this house. Just going up the stairs here, I want to show you what we have going on in the hallway because we have more car stuff decorations here in the hallway. My wife, Sarah, is a huge Porsche fanatic. So she has all her Porsche stuff set up right here. And then I have my Ferrari stuff set up here. And then we have a bunch of nerdy games here. This is the loft, by the way, which I am highly considering putting in a racing sim setup right there. With all this quarantine stuff going on, the stay-at-home stuff, I have really been considering putting in one of those setups because actually like a few of my friends have them and I have always really wanted one. And I have always loved racing simulations. Back when I was super young, like 12, 13 years old, when I got my first PC, that's pretty much all I played was just racing sim games. So if you guys have any kind of advice or recommendations as to which type of setup I should get, I know there's Fanatic, which make the steering wheel and the pedals, which I'm pretty much already set on getting those. But in terms of the racing seat, I still haven't decided as to what I want for that. So let me know if you guys have any ideas. Now, not gonna lie, this house at over 4,000 square feet is definitely too big for two people, right? But honestly, we do need the space. I operate two businesses out of this house, and Sarah, she also works out of the house a lot of the time when she's not in the office. So she has her own office upstairs. So we absolutely do need this space, which is pretty crazy to think about. After we had moved everything in, all the furniture and whatnot, there's only really that one guest bedroom which we're not using. We're using all of the other rooms. So at the end of the day, I didn't even have a room for my office. So I had to stick my office right there where the dining table or dining area is supposed to be, and we moved the dining area right here. So good thing this space was big enough because usually this is just reserved for like a breakfast eating area. One last thing I want to update you guys on in regards to the build. This is going to be about the wheels. As I might have mentioned in previous videos about the build, I do have a wheel sponsorship with a company that we're working on one-of-one wheels that were basically inspired by the challenge wheels that the real race cars run. But obviously, since the race cars run center locks, I was not about to spend $20,000 plus to do hub conversions to center lock, right? So I basically just wanted them to replicate as close as they could a 5 lug nut version of the challenge race wheels. Now that all sounded really, really awesome. They sent me a render of the design that they proposed and it was pretty close, and I had them start on it and they gave me a timeline about 5 to 6 weeks for completion. And well, 5 to 6 weeks turned into 8 weeks, 8 weeks turned into 10 weeks, 10 weeks turned into 12, and today we are coming up on week number 16. I don't know if you guys can do math, but that's 4 months. I don't know about you guys, but 16 weeks, that's a little bit excessive when the original quoted time was 5 or 6 weeks. So anyway, I got really, really worried about the timeline. I had the reveal video shoot scheduled. We had to push a bunch of stuff back just because of the wheels. The delay in the wheels made me kind of more relaxed in terms of getting everything else done. But I was very, very patient, like coming up on week 10 of waiting and hoping that the wheels would eventually be done. But as time moved forward, I got really worried about that timeline. So I started exploring other options in the world of wheel sponsorships, and I actually am super happy to announce that I have found a sponsorship with Brixton. Now, I hadn't even pitched Brixton on the Challenge Evo 1 of 1 build ever. This was the first time that I ever pitched it to them, but seeing as how they were always kind of like in my heart somewhere, I wanted to do something with them. I did want to work with them one day. This all made sense. So I pitched them on it. They were completely on board. I showed them the render of the final product of the car, and they were pretty excited about it. So I'm super, super excited to be having them on board on this whole project. They have been so professional about this whole thing. I literally reached out to them last week, like on the later half of it, and they're already like, it's already in process. The construction of the wheel is already in process. They have told me 3 weeks to get this thing to me because they know how much of a rush I'm in, and I appreciate that so much from them. And we have already selected the wheel, of course. They are doing the new R11Rs, which they just released like in February. I think it's one of their newest, if not newest wheel. The whole purpose of the R11Rs is lightweight race style wheel, which obviously that's, you know, what else can I ask for? That's exactly what I need. So we've already rendered it out on the car with the wrap and all that, and it looks so sick. So as you guys can imagine, I'm insanely excited to see those wheels on the car. I've always said that the look of the car is not going to be complete whatsoever until number 1, the wing is on the car. Number 2, it has the wheels, and number 3, it's lowered even more than it is. That is all on top of the kit that it has on it, the wrap that's on the car, and I'm so excited that it's nearly done, and God, it's about time, right? I'm gonna use that opportunity to end this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there was nothing too special, more of an update video as to what's going on, but I do need to say again, guys, stay safe out there. Do everything you can to stay home until everything calms down at least a little bit. But anyway, that's about it for me. I do have more content planned in the world of car reviews. Just pretty much experimenting with different types of content on the channel here. Let me know again if you guys have any ideas at all. But yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you very soon. Stay safe. Deuces.